Hi there, my name is Amber Height and I'm bringing you my first video tutorial today for the Club Anya blogspot on how to create bows. I get a lot of people emailing me asking me how do I make my bows, and so I thought that this would probably be a great first tutorial, since this is actually the only thing people ever ask me how I do it, this and Copic airbrushing, which I may show you one day. I'm going to go ahead and get started since I've got a few different styles here to show you. And I'm going to start with this first one up here, this yellow bow with a little button in the middle that I've created using my Bow Easy. The Bow Easy is this cool little plastic device that really makes bow making easy and quick. So this is what I'm going to show you. Just a quick little thing to show you what it does. It's got 3 different size bows that it makes. This is the medium size that I use most often. This is for little small bows, which are very cute if you want to make a whole bunch on one card. And this one here is for really big loops. And I understand that there's also another Bow Easy that makes bows even bigger than this one, but for a regular size card, this is about as big as you'd need. And this one specifically, the medium size, is the one that I use the most. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you how I create with this little Bow Easy. I start out with taking my ribbon, and most all the ribbon that I use is from Papertrey ink. I just really love how it ties. It holds the shape really well, and I never have to worry about it coming undone. It's cheap, and it comes in a variety of my favorite colors. So this one I'm using right here is Lemon Tart, and it's in my favorite kind of the Papertrey ink ribbon called Saddle Stitch. Alright, so to begin with, you're just going to take your ribbon and lay it over both of the little prongs. The length over here is just going to determine how long your tail is. So I generally don't make it too big because I like to cut my tails really short. But just to get this bow started, I leave a little bit going. Alright, next you want to bring your ribbon all the way around the back. Alright, and then back up to the front. The whole time you need to keep your thumb on that first little ribbon tail you made, just so it doesn't come undone. Okay, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and cut the length for my other tail a little bit longer than my first one, because I have to thread this through the middle of my bow, which I'll show you here in a second. Okay, now that I have the little tail, I can go ahead and thread him through the middle. So you're going to take that end and you want to push it through this middle slot right here. Just go ahead and push it through there, and don't pull it all the way through yet. You want to keep a little bit of a loop here so you can send your ribbon back up. At this point you also want to make sure that your ribbon is not tangled or anything like that, so that it'll make a nice little loop for you. Okay, you're going to bring your ribbon back under like so, and then you want to bring it up, and you're going to bring it behind that loop you just made. Sorry if my hand is getting in the way. Alright, so you're just going to have like this, and then you want to take that tail and just pull it up. Just pull it straight up, and that's what's going to tighten that knot in the middle. Alright, so your bow essentially is upside down and backwards at this point, so you can pull it off right now and kind of fidget with it, but I usually like to kind of shape my bow and my tails while it's still on, so that I don't have to worry about messing the loops up. And I sometimes like to just pull it kind of flat out like this. Alright, and then you can turn it upside down and go ahead and pull that bow off. I really tighten that baby down, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get off here. Okay, so just keep pulling, being careful not to mess my bow up. And I almost got it, and there it is. Alright, so there's my little bow. As you'll also see on most of my cards, I like really poofy bows. I do not like them flat at all. So at this point I'll also kind of plump those loops out a little bit. And it's not really that easy to do before you set it on the card, so mostly that's when I will mess with it. I've already kind of started another card here to show you how I do it when I set them down. I usually just use little baby glue dots on the back of my bows. and then put it on my card. Put the bow down on the ribbon strip that was there, and then this is the point, like I was saying, where it's much easier to kind of manipulate the loops and the tails when it's down, so that you don't have to worry about holding on to it and also shaping everything. Okay, so I got him kind of where I want him, and now I'll go ahead and trim my ends. Oh, I forgot to cut these little ends off too. Alright, and then one more end. Oops, my little tail there. Alright, and there's our first bow. Made with a Bow Easy. Pretty easy little gadget, one that I really, really like.